I assume you feel that Spain is indeed a worthy champion.
Yeah, they were. The way that they played throughout, and I think Rodri said the teams that they beat, they had to play Germany in a quarter-final,
Yes.
then they had to play France, and then England. It wasn't an easy passage for Spain. They played the best teams, and they outplayed the best. So, absolute worthy winners. They were so good in the group stages. The goals that they scored. Nico Williams, of course, scoring the goal, but the emergence of Lamine Yamal, Rodri, Fabian Ruiz, Morata as captain. You can go right through the team, and the substitutes as well. Dani Olmo's another one who didn't start the tournament but came off the bench and then became a regular.
You talked about Olmo maybe being the man of the tournament.
Yeah, I like Rodri was named man of the tournament, and I like that because Rodri, under normal circumstances, you would say yes, but he never scored any goals. He wasn't necessarily the most flashy player. He didn't create goals, but he was simply the best player for Spain. He controlled games. When Spain were under pressure in the big games, he was the guy that was able to take the ball under pressure, get Spain moving forward, setting the tempo for the game. He dictated the whole tempo of Spain's play. The key man for Spain was Rodri in this tournament, and he deserved to get the player of the tournament, yes.
You look at England's lineup, and you could make the argument still to this day that on paper they should be the better team, and yet, and try not to smile too much as we get through this.
No.
Will it ever come home, Kevin? Will it ever come home?
Well, there was a lot of English fans around studio over there before that was singing it was coming home. English shirts knocking around as well, English jerseys. There's a lot that needs to change, and I've said it for a long time with England. I think there's, the feeling around England, I felt it growing up, and I felt it maybe even when I was playing over there in England. This is when the tournament's about to start is, well, we have given you the game. It's now, you should thank us for that. It's almost, I always felt, and a lot of certainly Irish, Scottish players that were around it, and other nationalities that come into play in England, there was a little bit of self-righteousness about England. And I think under Gareth Southgate, they've managed to contain that. I do feel as though he's done a great job in almost bringing this squad of players down to a level of we've won nothing. We don't deserve this tag of favourites going into the tournament, which they were, and because they've got the best players. They simply have the best players. They've got one of the most the lucrative league in the world. They're able to produce so much talent. They've been doing so for the last 30 years. But they've fallen short so often. And I think largely it comes down to the pressure that's been put on the team from the media, from the supporters, and the hype that goes around the English team is too great for what they've achieved since 1966. You have to say that.
Let's take Lamine Yamal out of it because we've already talked about him. We could talk about Nico Williams. Briefly, some names that came out of this tournament for you that have now become internationally recognized.
Yeah, well, you did it last time when I was in with you. Arda Güler, another one from Turkey. It'll be interesting to see what he does now this season with Real Madrid. Can he go on? Kevin Skelly from Georgia, another one who plays for Napoli. What a tournament he's had. I'm just trying to think off the top of my head. Florian Wirtz from Germany, another one. Musiala from Germany.
The young Germans. It was a disappointing tournament in some ways for Germany. Yeah. But again, you see the talent.
Yeah, right? so many young players, because we've seen Lionel Messi win another tournament tonight, but Lionel Messi is now 36. Cristiano Ronaldo is 39. Yeah. We're coming to the end of an era with the superstars of our game. So who is the next guys that's going to take that mantle and go on? Like now, Lamine Yamal is right in that position now, given his age and how far he's got to develop in his game. There's so many, I think, on the cusp of that. Jude Bellingham, another one, I suppose, as well, that we haven't mentioned. If England would have won the Euros today, you'd have been talking about Jude Bellingham as a potential for Ballon d'Or. So there are a number of players that are on the next level down from where Messi has been. Can they get to that level? And now we'll probably notice more noticeable probably in 2 years' time. I think that's what makes this next 2 years for a lot of young players so intriguing.
It's going to be fun for us to cover and watch too. You've been great. Thanks so much, my friend.
Thank you so much.
It's been a pleasure having you on the show.